Great as it may be, Sony can't expect Bloodborne to carry the PS4 for the rest of the year. From what we know so far, it seems like the heaviest hitters are due for 2016, but there's a wealth of other creative titles to fill out a variety of tastes. One of the most exciting games of the show is Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. Not only does the title hint at a dramatic conclusion to Nathan Drake's journeys, but the game seems to hit a more personal tone with the presence of his brother. It'll be interesting to see how much the storytelling shifts in light of Naughty Dog's work on their previous game, The Last of Us. The developer is also well known for pushing visual and technical boundaries, and there's little doubt that Sony will take this opportunity to demo a scene that's truly show-stopping. Just recently revealed is the new Ratchet & Clank, a game based on a movie based on a game. Insomniac is rebooting the story to line up with the plotline of the film, but otherwise it seems to remain true to its roots, reveling in destruction, outlandish weapons, and vibrant worlds. While we don't know how Sony plans to demo it on stage, we expect virtual reality to be a big part of this year's show with Project Morpheus. With the release date quickly approaching in the first half of 2016, Sony will likely show refined hardware, and they'll need to switch from showing tech demos to revealing games designed for the headset, as well as traditional games that are compatible. Of all the games that might lead the VR charge, we'd actually put some money down on Gran Turismo 7. The cockpit view of a racing game is a natural fit for VR, and with a solid wheel setup, GT7 could make for a convincing demo. Considering the latest promises peg the game for release before the start of 2017, it's actually quite a likely scenario. Those are the biggest titles, but Sony has a broad lineup of games coming to the show, many of which look fantastic, even if they're flying a bit under the radar. Sony is still putting a lot of stock in No Man's Sky. Ninja Theory's Hellblade is looking better and better. Tearaway Unfolded is set to charm both fans of the original and newcomers alike. And what's become of the odd experimental sculpting Media Molecule showed off when the PS4 was first revealed. Then there's Fat Princess Adventures, Until Dawn, Drawn to Death, Rime, the list goes on. Finally, we have to consider what surprises could yet be in store. With players piling up platinum trophies for Bloodborne, revealing an expansion would be more than welcome. For quite some time, there have been murmurs of possible sequels in the works for both God of War and Crash Bandicoot. And new rumblings of The Last Guardian have gotten our staff whipped into a frenzy. Dare we hope to believe? From mega hits to indie darlings and even VR, Sony looks to have a diverse lineup at this E3. Tune in all this week as we count down the major companies bringing headlines to the LA Convention Center. Check out our previous countdown entry on what to expect from Microsoft and visit our E3 Hub on YouTube for the most recent updates to our round-the-clock coverage.
Ian! Psst.
Buttons, what are you doing here? I thought Brandon fired you.
He did, but I learned something. Something horrible.
Okay, what?
Fancy doesn't care about E3.
Yeah, that's what I like about Fancy.
That's disgusting. Don.
You're not British anymore.
I never was. Don, can you believe Fancy doesn't love E3?
Nobody cares about E3.
Yes, you do. Don, you love E3.
Buttons, get a clue, man. We don't want you around anymore.
Hey, found Buttons.